Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I feel like I haven't been on here in forever. I've missed you guys. My name is Whitney Hebel. I am your Superstar Director for Simply Grace and Grit. Hopefully that's the page I'm on, because this is where we are today. So if you are on here watching and I am on Simply Grace and Grit, please just drop a comment so I know that you're here. It is Tip Tuesday. Whoop, whoop. So this is something I do every single week for y'all to just go over something that I think would be helpful in our business that everyone can use, whether you're a hobbyist or you're making a full-time or wanting to make a full-time income, or you already are, or whatever it is. So I wanted to talk to y'all about following up. It is so important to follow up with your customers. Like I said, whether you are doing this as a hobby or not, it's still important to provide that customer service and to follow up with your customers. So there's so many different ways you can do this. The most important thing is that you're doing it, okay? You're checking in with your customers to see how they like their order. This opens opportunities for conversation. So when you say things like, I can't get anybody to host a party, or I don't know if you're wanting to sponsor, I don't know how to start that joint conversation. This communication, these touch points with your customers are a great opportunity for that to happen. So I'm going to share with y'all what I do with my follow-ups. There's, like I said, so many different ways you can do it, but this is how I have found it to be most successful. The first thing is to schedule a time to follow up. So Mondays are my follow-up days. That's just how I run my business. I don't always follow up on Monday, but I plan to. If I don't, I'll do it somewhere in the week and catch up. But I do set a time in my week to follow up with my customers. That's once a week for me. Some people do it every single day and they like to stay on top of their system. Some people don't. I'm a once a weeker. Okay, so schedule a time to do it. Have a system to do it. Here comes that system word again. It sounds super fancy, but it's not. I personally use the AMI app, AMI. If you are not using this app, you need to. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you're not using AMI app, I'm going to promise you right now that you need to familiarize yourself with it, okay? Even if you have used your free trial and you said it's not for me, you need to look into it again, play around with it. It is gold, okay? AMI pretty much is an app for following up. It's for all kinds of things, but one thing you can do in there is you can go in and edit when you want to follow up with people. So you need to be following up in a timely manner. For me, it's 14 days after they order. That's what I have set in AMI. And I had to go look at that because I did change it a long time ago, but I have found that's what works best for me. Our orders guarantee to ship in 10 business days. But usually it's a lot faster than that. So that 14-day window gives them plenty of time to get their order and at least open it, okay? So that's what I have it set in AMI to do. And so an alert comes up on my phone and it says, hey, you need to check in with Susie Q's recent order. You can click view order to see exactly what they ordered, so you can personalize your message and say, hey, I just wanted to check in and see how you're liking your new Harvest Collection wax, or whatever it is that they ordered. Another perk of AMI is that they can tell you exactly what they ordered. And that's it. You need to keep your message as simple as you can. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hey, how are you liking your last order? Hey, what did you think of that new wax? Hey, aren't the wall fans amazing? Where did you put it? I'd love to see a picture of it. Tell me about it. All of that is conversating with your customers. You're building a relationship with them. You're showing them that you actually care. You're not just going to take their order and run with it. So all of those things are super important to be doing. Don't hound them. So like I said, I have mine set for 14 days, and then the next checkup I have with them is 3 months. Okay, so once they order, I'm checking to see how they like their order. And if they don't order again in 3 months, it's going to alert me to say, hey, just wanted to check in on your stash, see if you need to refill on bulbs, wax, pods, whatever it may be. But hopefully they order within those 3 months, right? Because they're on my social media, they're on my email list, they're still getting contacts from me about things that are releasing. But if they don't order in those 3 months, then I do follow up and just say, hey, just want to check on your stash. Now, those are 2 separate follow-ups in Amy. One is a check on your customer, and I can't remember what the other one's called, but it's pretty much saying like, hey, you haven't ordered in a while. But that doesn't mean you hound them, okay? And your follow-ups don't always have to be about something specific. So people that come up in the list of people who haven't ordered in a while, I don't always just say, hey, how's your stash? Sometimes I'll say, hey, just want to check in, see how you're doing. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hey, just want to check in, see how your family's doing. I noticed that, Susie Q is starting soccer. That's so cool because I build relationships with my customers. They're my friends. I know them on a one-on-one basis, okay? So it doesn't always have to be about Scentsy when you're following up with them. You need to accept that there may be no response, okay? You need to accept that we are in a business. We are one people and we're reaching lots of people, right? So a lot of those are going to be either no response, no's, whatever. But just know that our work is going for those yeses, okay? So that's what we're looking for. So when you're following up with someone, I will say that sometimes people won't respond. And that's okay. Their focus isn't Scentsy. That doesn't mean that they don't like their product. That doesn't mean anything. Don't hound them and say, hey, just want to, or hey, I messaged you. We're not doing that. We're not hounding people. We're genuinely checking in to see how they're liking their products, okay? And then I already said that I reach out after 3 months from last order. So if they haven't ordered in 3 months, I feel like that's a good time frame. So if they're using wax, that's a good time frame for them to use all of that wax. A lot of people have a stash of wax. They don't need to refill all the time, okay? But I still want to make that contact with them. I still want to say, hey, how are you doing? I still want to be in their DMs. I still want to be in their current conversations of what's going on in their life because they're important to me. They're my customers. So, like I said in the beginning, the most important thing is that you're doing the follow-up, whatever that may look like, whatever system that is for you. You have to have some type of way that you're following up with your people. You can't, it doesn't have to be fancy, but say you want to do like Fridays. Every Friday, I'm going to do the week previous or 2 weeks previous, right? Because you got to give them time to get their order. That's your system. That's fine. But just make sure that you're doing it. We're not taking orders and running. We're not being, we're being thankful for the people that are choosing us to get their Scentsy because they really could choose anyone. So that's my tip today for y'all to not only follow up, but get a system for it so you know how you're tracking it, you know who you're talking to. And if you haven't started using the Amy app, you get a free trial when you first sign up. So if you're new, highly suggest that you check that out. If you have used Amy and you didn't like it for some reason, I'd love to hear why, because you really have to use it for a good 3 months for it to be helpful in your business. So I hope y'all have a great Tuesday. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.